I guess this was something like universal positioning or soul travel. I'm still kind of confused about that. But anyways, I was just sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden, I was somewhere in the desert. And at first, I thought I was daydreaming because it wasn't like the panoramic thing that opens up or like my mind's eye opened up. This was something different. So I thought, I think I'm here. But at the same time, I thought it was like a daydream because it was so subtle. Being in the, and it was the twilight hour of the desert. And I thought, I think I'm just daydreaming. But then all of a sudden the isness started to come out. And I thought, why is this isness coming out? And it extended like a 180-degree kind of semicircle. All of a sudden these creatures, I don't know what they were, they different kinds of monsters and creatures, they stayed where it was like maybe 300 feet away. They stayed where the isness had stopped them. And then I realized this is not a daydream. When the isness stopped these entities or creatures, and they look like something out of the Lord of the Rings kind of thing. And I'm like, I would have sworn it was just some silly daydream, except that the isness had to come out, and I didn't even ask the isness to come out. It just did it on its own. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna challenge this, think what it is. All of a sudden, I said, okay, I'm gonna invite my true self to deal with this. But my true self didn't come forward. I could sort of perceive it or sense it, that it said something like, "You're on your own. I'm not gonna come forward." And I said, "What? Why aren't you gonna come forward?" It didn't answer me. So I thought, I try to remember how my true self has this certain awareness where it can actually freeze things and stop things. And I couldn't not know how to do it, but I try to remember how it does that, or try to have an attitude or an awareness or something that reminded me of my true self so that I can deal with these entity-like creatures. Because the isness was just keeping them at bay for now. All of a sudden, at a 45-degree angle above the entities from where I was, a presence appeared. I don't know who it was, but it said they've been summoned to particularly attack you. And I said, oh, okay. Okay. So I did not know what to think or do or how to deal with this situation. So all of a sudden I just thought of, okay, I need to do the NUUU or something and contemplate. All of a sudden I got the idea to tell all these entities about the phantom zone. And then all of a sudden these little like mirrors, they look like little mirrors, small compact mirrors, popped in front of each and every one of those entities, and it showed them the phantom zone. And it showed them that if they attack me, they're going to be, I don't know how many millions of years in the phantom zone, become mineral. I don't know how many years they're going to become a mineral. And then also, if they do become a life form, they're going to be the slimy life form for who knows how many millions of years. When they saw that in those little compact like mirrors, whatever those things were, they sort of like hesitated to attack me. It didn't look like they wanted to stop. They just sort of hesitated. Well, all of a sudden, their true self, before they had become these horrific creatures, they all came. All of them came, of each and every one of those creatures. Their true essence, self, came. And when their true essence came, I almost felt like I was going to cry. I was just going to cry, and my tears were almost going to fight, because all their true essence came before they had become these horrific creatures. And then all of a sudden they said, they changed, when their true essence came, they completely changed their mind, and they said that we don't mind that our masters are going to torture us, torture our families, torture our friends. They're going to imprison us, make us have horrible nightmares. We don't care about that, but we're not going to go to the random zone. And they all just left. But it was their true essence that, I don't know how the true essence came. I didn't say, okay, let's bring forward their true essence, but I think that was a learning lessons that when dealing with attacks, I don't have to attack them back. I can just say, okay, let's bring our true essence here. And because my true self did not want to come, it said I have to figure this out myself. So that was another lesson, that to be more like my true self, at least try to mimic it so that it can come forward more, or I can levitate to its frequency or its level of awareness. Something like that. A little mixed up about that part. But yeah, that was my experience. Oh yes, another part. I got the thought that either I said something I shouldn't have said, or I exposed something I shouldn't have exposed, and that's why they were coming. That's why they were summoned.
Ongoing, you're figuring it out. You're learning how to figure it out for yourself, which is cool. Ramone, thank you. Thank you.